Have you ever had that amazing feeling after you've accomplished something? You know, that rush of pride, that feeling deep down that you're capable and you're worthy? Well, today we're going to explore exactly what that feeling is. It's called self-esteem, and it's a huge part of who we are. But you know what? Forget the dry textbook definitions for a second. To really get what self-esteem is all about, let's start with a story. A story about a feeling I think we all can recognize. The pride of being a champion. Okay, so imagine you're a school principal. The phone rings and that's what you hear. That's not just news, right? That's a jolt of pure excitement and pride. A student from your school is a national champion. That one sentence, wow, it just carries so much emotion. And here he is, the person at the center of it all, Nimal. And you can bet he was feeling on top of the world. But what's so cool is that this feeling of pride, it wasn't just his. It was like contagious. It just radiated outwards to his school, his village, his family. This wasn't just Nimal's victory. It was a win for everyone. It just goes to show how one person's success can totally lift everybody up. So what is that feeling? That really powerful sense of pride and worth that not only filled Nimal up, but spread to everyone around him? Well, that feeling has a name, and it's exactly what we're talking about today. So let's actually define what self-esteem truly is. So there it is. At its heart, self-esteem is your own evaluation of your worth. And the key word there is own. It's not about what other people think of you, it's how you, honestly and objectively, see and value yourself, your skills, your character. It's that feeling Nimal had inside when he crossed that finish line. And this is so important to remember. This feeling doesn't come from just one place. We're all different. We all have our own unique combination of talents and strengths, and all of them can be the foundation of our pride. So yeah, Nimal's thing is his speed. He's a star on the track. But for someone else, it might be an incredible talent for art or music, or maybe they're an amazing dancer. The specific skill really doesn't matter. What matters is that all of these abilities are powerful ways to build a strong, positive sense of who you are. Okay, so if self-esteem can come from so many different places, how is it actually built? Where does it come from? Let's break down the components. This is really interesting. Check this out. It's not just about what you can do, your abilities, like being good at sports or art. It's also about who you are, your positive characteristics. Things like being honest or kind or patient, those are just as fundamental to our sense of worth. We can actually break this down even more. Think of it like this. Some of the building blocks are internal, stuff we develop inside ourselves, and some are external, things that come from the world and the people around us. Let's start with the internal stuff. This is basically the work we do on ourselves. It's about being honest about your own strengths and weaknesses. It's about building real self-confidence, being committed to things, and just taking responsibility. At the end of the day, these are the things you control. But hey, we don't build self-esteem on an island, right? The external factors are just as crucial. This is your support system. It's that great advice you got from a parent or a teacher, that high five from a friend, that encouragement that keeps you going. All that validation from the outside world. It helps strengthen our own sense of worth on the inside. Just think about it for a second. A trophy, a certificate, or even just a simple, hey, great job. Those aren't just things or words. They are symbols. They are the outside world saying, we see you, we value your effort. And man, that kind of validation can be an incredibly powerful boost. All right, so we've talked about how to build it up, but it's just as important to understand what can tear it down. Because let's be real, our self-esteem can be pretty fragile sometimes. So this kind of lays out the dangers. And again, you can see they're split into two groups. On the left, you have social factors. These are the hurtful things that come from other people, like being ignored, criticized, or bullied. And on the right, you have internal factors. These are more like self-destructive behaviors, like breaking rules or just getting stuck in a negative mindset. And this right here is why those social factors are so damaging. Being ridiculed or bullied isn't just a bad moment. It's a direct attack on a person's core sense of worth. It's a huge reminder of the real impact our words and actions can have on other people. Okay, so we've looked at this from an individual point of view, but let's zoom out. Why does one person's self-esteem matter on a bigger scale, like to an entire community? Because here's the key. Our self-esteem doesn't just stay inside of us. It's not in a little bubble. Just like Nemo's pride lifted up his whole village, our sense of self-worth creates a ripple effect. It touches our family, our friends, and absolutely our whole community. This quote just nails it, doesn't it? People with good self-esteem contribute positively to the society. It's such a simple idea, but it's so profound. When we feel good about ourselves, when we have a healthy sense of our own value, we're just better prepared to make a positive difference in the world around us. So this all leads to a really important takeaway. We are not just sitting back waiting for our self-esteem to go up or down. No, we are active players in this whole thing. We have the power to boost the confidence of our friends and family, and we have a responsibility to make sure we don't harm others. Just appreciating the good things people do, no matter how small it seems, helps build a stronger, more supportive community for all of us. And that leaves us with a final thought to chew on. This isn't just about improving our own self-esteem. It's about recognizing the role we play in the self-esteem of everyone around us. So the question I want to leave you with is this: what is one small thing you can do to help build someone else's self-esteem today?